Going into our second hour of the evening, I'd like to introduce my special guest, Mr. Joe Rocchead.
What's up, everybody? What's going on, man? Hey, Kev said someone asked him, was he still my partner, my friend, my brother? Most definitely, hands down. I just
Hmm.
trying to stay away from all the social media. So I don't like most of the bullshit everybody throw out there. To be honest with you, But I'm here. I'm gonna do a special with Kev Mac when I go back to Vegas. I'm gonna address a few things. But for the most part, that's my brother, my friend, always. Because you don't see me, it don't mean shit. Real simple. Because you don't see me, it don't mean shit. Me and Kev Mac talk at least once or twice a week on the phone, but I'm here.
Well,
I just got back from France, Portugal. I'm trying to travel the world. I'm trying to enjoy life. My basketball team program is still up and running. I just lost in the Drew League in the second round, but other than that, I'm right here.
that's what's up. I'm guilty, man. I always say Rockhead don't talk to me no more. Rockhead changed up on me, man. So I got them thinking like they ain't cool no more. But I always say Rockhead like a brother to me though. So he, good
I mean,
homeboy.
sometimes people get greedy and selfish, and they want to see, they want to hear, they want to feel. But y'all see how this YouTube stuff, going, all this stuff, social media stuff going.
Right.
There's a lot of disrespect, a lot of other kind of stuff going on. That I mean, shit. What y'all want? What y'all want us to do? I mean, Kev Mac laid the foundation, and 1,000 other people kind of piggyback off him, copycat off him, interview the guys he interviewed and all that stuff. I mean, at the end of the day, if you have your strength and your weakness, take advantage of your strength. If your strength is one thing, then push that. If your strength is another thing, push that. But ain't too many people gonna do what Kev Mac do. They don't investigate, they don't do their homework. They get some of these guys on here, it is what it is. But for the most part, that's my brother, my friend. I ain't going nowhere. I promised Kev Mac. A few people called me for interviews, but I promised Kev Mac I'm gonna do one more interview, a very exclusive interview, face to face, and I'm gonna address a lot of points, a lot of bullshit. And after that, I'm gonna shut it down. But for the most part, I'm alive. I'm functioning. I'm doing my program. There's too many more important things out here in these streets in our society that we need to focus on. And not all the rhetoric, not all the bullshit. You know, you know what I mean. I mean, a lot of things going on in our lives. We
Mhm.
all got real lives. Real lives. My mom got dementia. All look like Alzheimer's.
Mhm.
I'm dealing with that. Going to Arizona. One of my aunties just passed.
Mhm.
One of my kids' mothers just passed. I
Mhm.
mean, but y'all think people should just jump up and scream and yell and holler. I'm not gonna do that. We're getting older. So at this stage of my life, I want to enjoy the best life. I'm probably going to Columbia at the end of the month. I'm going to 3 or 4 Pittsburgh Steelers games. I'm enjoying life, man. I ain't got time for all this rhetoric and all this bullshit. But I'm still alive, still functioning. You know what I mean? I don't know what else y'all want. You know what I mean? But again, I'm gonna do exclusive with Kev Mac. I'm gonna touch on a lot of different pointers. I'm gonna break some shit down. And the naysayers or whoever they want to be, whoever they want to be called, to get their numbers up and to promote their shit to get paid. I mean, people be telling me I should do the same thing everybody else doing for what? You know what I mean? Why create another reel when you got someone like Kev Mac doing what he do? He does it well. You know what I mean? I mean, my name speaks for itself. You got a few haters out there. I mean, they don't know me personally. A couple haters don't even know me personally. Didn't do time with me. You know what I mean? So I get these texts all the time. Someone mentioned my name, and I ask them, "Well, you know me. Won't you comment off of it?
Hmm.
Why you send it to me?" They always want me to respond on their behalf, or respond, and see making this shit a mockery. I'm not trying. It's not a. I'm just not a mockery. We get information. We trying to educate and help others.
Hmm.
Everybody know my work. Everybody know my get down. You know what I mean? My get down is these kids.
Hey,
Again,
Martin said thanks for the condolences for his mom. He appreciated
I
it.
appreciate it, Mark. You're my guy, man.
And Mike Harvey got one question: who should be your quarterback?
I hear that every time I walk in the store, every time I walk down the street. Who the quarterback? I said, either one of them, man. We good with either one of them. Most of them, have a weakness and a strength. I think either one of them will help us. So whoever they choose to start, that's going to be our starter. Whoever we choose to finish with, Pittsburgh's still going to finish who they choose to finish with. I mean, I'm not sweating that. I'm waiting for the first game to start. I will be in Atlanta for that game. I want to. I'm not going. I was reading a little capture right there, but
Mm.
I'm not going to miss. I'm being in Atlanta for that game. So I'm going to go to Pittsburgh and we whip on the Dallas Cowgirls. I'm going to go to Las Vegas and whip on the Raiderettes. I'm going to do the Kansas City Chiefs game in Kansas City. I mean, on Christmas. I'm in Pittsburgh. I'm gonna probably do the Washington D.C. game. You know, me and my cousin gonna hang out. He got his own bar in D.C. I got about 40 members from L.A. going out there, so we're gonna have fun, party it up. Man, let me tell y'all something. If y'all not trying to enjoy your lives, enjoy yourselves, and take care. If we got our parents still living, we're not trying to take care and look out for our parents, man. Well, I mean, goddamn, what y'all want? You know what I mean? What y'all want? All this girl shit going on social media. All these motherfuckers think they got balls and they really ain't got balls. I mean, I was being honest with y'all, man.
Oh,
I ain't gotta validate or go on social media because someone mentioned my name in a foul way or a fucked up way or their opinion. That's their opinion. Everybody got opinions. Most opinions like shit. To be honest with you. I ain't worried about nobody. My name speaks for itself behind that wall. Y'all need to really go back and listen to some of the stuff I said. I'm very one of the very few, other than two other people, who said when I went to jail at 11, 12 years old, I wasn't banging. I went as Rudolph. I came out as crazy Mr. Rockhead and Joe Rocchead. My name speaks for itself. I guess I'm gonna deal with all that later. I just want to let y'all know, man. Quit listening to rhetoric. Take what you need for whoever's talking, what you feel is real or not real. Separate that shit and you run with it. But
mhm.
they're not throwing information. They want everybody to respond to them or to whoever they are and get their numbers up and whatnot. But at the end of the day, man, it's two sides to a story. And as far as prison life, if you wasn't on the yard with me, you can't say shit about it. And I told y'all who saved my life. That's Clarence Hoover. I was just with him last night. Yancey Tate. I was with Mamas last night. So again, y'all, y'all gonna get a treat. But he's the best and rest assured. Kev Mac is my brother and my friend always. He is going to be the only one that gets this from me. And it's going to be nice. It's going to be nice. I get emotional sometimes, so you'll get that driven force out of me a little bit. But on top of that, it's football season, baby. France was
Mhm.
beautiful. France was
Yeah.
beautiful. I want to send Kev Mac some pictures for y'all to see how I was living in France.
Mhm.
And I did 6 days in France,
Mhm.
6 days, 5 days in Portugal, a day in Spain. I mean, ex-con, a person with my name being able to travel the world and do what he want to do. Been in DR in the last 2.5 years, maybe 5 times. I mean, you gotta enjoy life, man. There's more to it than allowing this rhetoric, the fucking with your mindset and how you feel and how you think about something. What I mean? Everybody got their own issues. Sometimes they throw the issues on the social media to try to get some attention. But I'm not barking. I'm in the streets every day. People see me, people run into me. Homies been getting out doing 30, 40 years, and I don't even recognize them. and walk up to me and give me my respect. I mean, these guys have been out 30, 40 years. You know, go back and listen when I talk about what Baby Rock and Ajax did for me and Tracy. Y'all got to really listen, man. Everything I've said, the homies that was there with me, who's older than me, they all are out now. All of them are out. And all of them love me like a motherfucker. They even, I mean, even the brother Farouk, the Jama Farouk, he got out, he was on the phone in the halfway house of San Francisco. And the first thing that brother said to me, man, super Crip. Super Crip, man, that's all you was. And Tracy, man, I didn't never thought you be working with kids and changing your life and being out now over 32 years. I've been out 32 years. People sometimes get mad you've been out longer than them. People get mad because you're not a dope fiend or a crackhead or soaking on pipes and pills and all that other shit. People get jealous of that because I'm healthy. I'm a little chunky. I lost 30 pounds in the last 3.5 months. You know, people really get, you know, they get jealous when you see you doing good when you came from a fucked up place. You know what I mean? But hey, that's their prerogative, man. You can't make or tell a person to shut up. You know, back in the younger days, you never know. But today, I let motherfuckers speak their mind, speak their opinion. Their opinion, motherfuckers' opinions to me is like taking a shit. Real simple. But
All right.
Maniacs, Kev Mac Maniacs, man, I appreciate y'all loyalty. I appreciate y'all stand down with Kev Mac. I mean, who else? He's honest about who he is. He gets money and fuck it off. He get his rent money and go gamble it, trying to double the shit and lose the shit, and don't give a fuck if he get homeless or not. I mean, you can't ask for nothing more realer than some shit like that. I mean, the brother is real, man. Ain't none of us perfect in life. When we talking about perfection, anyone talking about they perfect, they's a motherfucking lie. You know what I mean? But in general, I just appreciate the Maniacs, Kev Mac Maniacs, man, standing tall, standing firm. You know, and Kev trying to be entertaining. Kev trying to give y'all stories y'all want. He's trying to, you know, educate y'all still. But again, y'all got to look at the realities, man. People don't want to hear good, strong, positive shit. People want to hear bullshit. People want to hear people create stories to make it seem like one thing or the other to get paid. This became a paying machine to a lot of people. But if y'all also look at the numbers, it's been going down a little bit too. Motherfuckers ain't doing the numbers they used to, so they can't eat. How can I eat? I got to create some other content. Y'all don't see Joe Rocchead on this motherfucker trying to create content. Stories, prison stories. I can tell y'all thousands of prison stories. Thousands.
I think about that all the time, man. I think about, boy, Rockhead would kill the game with them stories. But Marlon said he seen you on live sipping on wine, and he was like, "That's right, big homie, enjoy life."
You know, it's so crazy. Somebody was telling my daughter, like, man, your dad, you know, he must got money. He's here, he's there, he's in France, he's in Portugal, he's traveling, he's in DC once a month, he's going to all these places. And my aunt and my daughter, my 25, she turned 25 Friday. She said, y'all got it twisted. For the first time in my dad's life, he's enjoying life. He's not allowing bullshit or rhetoric to affect who he is as a man, as a father. He's enjoying life, man. People are dying every day. Either shit they doing, natural causes, or some bullshit. People are dying every day, from young people to old people. Every day, someone's posting one rest in peace, homie. And man, god damn, can motherfucker enjoy life? Can we just enjoy life? Can we appreciate our life today? We went through a lot. Even when Kev Mac dealt with the history. I mean, come on, man. Look at that history. Understand that history he broke down. It's brutal out here, man. It's brutal out here. And that first generation, then that baby Crip section, and you know, even when he started off with you got guys who was born from 62, 63, 64, talking about they was banging in 1972, 73. Impossible. back then, let me tell y'all something. Back then, 8, 9, 10, 11-year-olds in 1972 wasn't banging. All them old original Crips, they were anywhere from age, while we were 8, 9, 10, 11 years old, they was anywhere from age 15 to 20. So you think a 15 to 20-year-old gonna sit back? It's not like today. Today is different. Today you have young people 8, 9, 10 years old banging because it's in their household. It's institutionalized. They 8, 9, 10 years old. They parents ain't but 30, 28 banging. That's what they see every day when they parents do that. Our parents in 72 wasn't banging.
No.
Maybe a brother, maybe an uncle. But them dudes are 15 to 20 years old. So for anyone to say, to tell anybody on this platform, these platforms, and they was banging in 1960, 72, they were born in 62, 63, 64, they the motherfucker off. Now if they say it today, in the 2000s, man, come on, of course, because it's in everybody's house today. Back then it wasn't.
It's generation now.
Most definitely. I did a thing. They doing a 80 network trying to do my story, and back in 98, 99, 2000, I think they interviewed me in my hood, and I had 7, 8 guys, young homies, show up, and it was 8 generations. And I'm gonna send that link to Kev so he can show y'all 8 generations back in 2000 of Santana. That was in 2000. It's 2024. So yeah, quit believing the hype, man. Quit motherfuckers 8, 9, 10, 11 years old in 1972 was not banging. They was not banging. A lot of cats, they wasn't even living in their hoods the hoods they claiming back in 72. Do your homework, man. Research, pay attention, listen. They wasn't banging in 1970, living in their hood in 1972, and they talking about they was put on in 72, 73. They was born in 63, 64. Come on, man. I'm just saying, I'm giving y'all a little tweak on things I'm going to talk about. But y'all got to understand, man. Listen, pay attention. Go back and listen to some of these other videos by other guys. And the numbers don't add up, baby. It don't add up. But nevertheless, I just want to, shout out to the Kev Mac Maniacs. You know what I mean? I shout out, for Kev Mac, for what he do. If you look at the comment section of his breakdown of the history, some beautiful comments, some real comments, man. Because you gotta really understand. From my understanding, he didn't dig in like he could have. You know what I mean? He dealt with some of the principles. If he dealt with technical detail of thought of what he was saying, man, people be shooken up right now. And I'm not blowing smoke up Kev Mac, guys. He's my friend. I'm just being real. I've always spoke my mind. I spoke my mind from day one. Everybody knows what I was or who I was behind that wall at all times. What was that, Kev?
Rock, how old are you? What year was you born, rather?
62.
1962, Jerry Allen. How'd you get the name Rockhead?
I got crazy. I called myself crazy, Mr. Rockhead, in Los Padrinos when they gave me life and youth authority, and I had 4 attempted murders at a boys' home at a placement.
That's when you stabbed your counselor?
No, that was afterwards. I got the YTS. There's a counselor named Tiny. He was there in 1979 in YTS. Me and Weasel, Reginald Bremer, my homeboy, we was in the shower and we saw this white cat. I ain't pregnant, but saw this white cat who tried to slice my throat in Paso Robles, and I threw his ass through the window of Paso Robles. And we saw him walk in the O&R, and we attacked his ass, and Tony started snatching off him and threw us. So I jumped on the back of his neck and tried to stab him a little bit in the neck. Weasel jumped on him. We both tried to get out. Then they sent me to San Bernardino or Chino County Jail. And the judge basically said, Your whole history is violence. We're gonna send you to Tracy State Penitentiary. Well, people don't understand in '79 and '80, they were sending guys with Y numbers to Tracy State Penitentiary. I'm not talking about '83. I'm not talking about '84. I'm not talking about '82. I was in Tracy in 1979, '80 as a kid, as a baby, and I held my own. That's all I'm saying, man. That's when Clarence Hoover saved my life when the whites and the Mexicans was attacking. A prison guard opened the gate. The prison guard said charge, and whites and Mexicans come out the cell throwing blocks over the chair, stabbing blacks, trying to shoot me with a zip gun. I didn't know what that was. And Clarence Hoover said we can't win. Another older homeboy threw the trash can to stop the correction officer from locking us in. Clarence Hoover dragged me out by my collar and dragged me and said, "Little homie, we can't win." I was crying in the hallway. I thought I'd rather be in that room, be in that unit and die than be in the hallway and watch homies get dragged out. Clarence Hoover's out. He's 73-year-old man. I saw him last night and we talked and laughed about it. You know what I mean? So that's who saved my life, big dog. You know what I mean? Someone else said they saved my life, and you know what I mean? I didn't know about it because I knew even when I was in Chino at one point, and I got into it with the John Monson. I didn't honor their quiet period. They gonna come to the yard and do something with me. I had 3 or 4 guys with me. We was ready to get out. Then for some reason they didn't attack us. So someone told them not to, or it ain't happening. I mean, that's their thing. We was ready to get out. So again, it's so much I'm going to talk about. I'm going to break that down a little deeper. But I just want to give everybody a little taste.
Yeah.
You know, a little taste. When I sit down with Kev Mac, man, that I'm every bit of who Joe Rocchead is. And I got the Joe put on by Joe Valentine from Bounty Hunter, my friend. My friend. You know what I mean? So
this is a good point. Rob Moses said, I thought Rockhead was a youngsters. He's an elder G. You know what? When you said 62, that's the first thing I thought of. I said Rockhead is closer to these first generations than these other dudes.
You know what's so crazy? I used to tell people until you broke it down the other day. I didn't look at it as far as the first generation, the ones who actually created Crip, and then you had the baby Crips. You know what I mean? I looked at it as either I was the last of the first or the first of the second. And then when you
said that, yeah,
you know, and then if you look at the real breakdown, Oaks Park businessman Compton Crip is part of the first generation of all Compton Crip.
Correct.
Period.
Correct.
One of the 5 original Crip sets in Compton, from Carver Park, Boot Hill to Grandy's. You know, I mean, they's one of the first 5. And my uncle's was original Oaks Park businessman Compton Crip. So I associate myself with that part of it. But I was actually an Oaks Park boy, which came after Oaks Park businessman, which put me again into the first of the second. But technically, I'm a second generation of the Crip. But again, when I was young, my uncle and them used to take me places and make me crawl through the window because I was a little dude and burglarize all these houses and shit. My uncle put a gun in my hand. I never used it. You know what I mean? I used to go to the park and they all meeting and talking. I used to listen. You know what I mean? But did I bang? No. But did I fight at Male Elementary every day? Yes. Did I fight for the 2 months I was at Whaley? Yes. Did I fight at the 1 day, 2 days I was at Willowbrook? Yes. Did I fight at the 1 day I did at Bunch? Yes. I got kicked out of all them schools. So I fought because Willowbrook first thought I was a blood because I came from Whaley. They kicked out of Whaley. So they said, oh, yeah, blood coming to school, but I was from Oaks Park. So I wasn't. But they didn't know that, and I wasn't going to try to tell them otherwise. I just started getting down. You know, I always, you know, I fought all my elementary life, you know, representing Oaks Park because everybody knew you go to Mayo, that's all Elm Street, and And back then it was all Ludus Park, and I had to defend myself because I'm from Oaks Park. But did I bang bang? No. But did I fight represent Oaks Park? Yes. You know what I mean? And everybody, all the elders from my neighborhood used to call me Young Rudolph. So when I went to Los Padrinos, I'm like, yeah, fuck that Young Rudolph. I gotta get myself a real name. And I start headbutting people. You know, I remember a time my mom chased me up the stairs, I hit the wall. I was more worried about putting a dent in the wall. My mom worried about my forehead swollen up. I had a knot swollen up on my head. And, you know, I was more scared of the dent. Wasn't worried about me. So, you know what? I know I'm going to call myself Crazy Mr. Rockhead. You know what I mean? But again, I didn't bang, you know, until I went, until I went to jail, Los Padrinos, and I started screaming out Eastside Old Spartan Businessman Compton Crip from that moment on. You know, but that's all I wanted to say. Cassie, somebody else they want to talk about the other stuff we talk about. Big dog. I mean, I love my name, you know, but in the world that I was entering, why would I use that? I wasn't named after nobody. I gave myself my name. I didn't get jumped in. I put myself on my set. You know what I mean? So why would I want someone to name me and jump me in? And why want everybody to call me in the gang world Rudolph? Oh, Young Rudolph. No, fuck that. I love my first name, man. In that world, I wanted to give myself something that I knew that's what I was. I was crazy. I was ignorant. I was stupid. I created a lot of shit. You know what I mean? I didn't think a lot. I just reacted. I was emotional. You know what I mean? So I figured Rockhead would be better than Rudolph.
Man, what about the guys that wasn't fighting at Whaley? Does that mean anything to you?
Yeah, you had guys not fighting at Whaley, not fighting at Mayo, but you gotta understand on the east side of Compton, the core of Compton was Ludus Park. The core east side of Compton was Ludus Park, Piru, and Oaks Park, and Midtown. That was the core in the beginning, before all the other Crip neighborhoods on the east side came out. So yeah, a lot of guys there that was they became gang members eventually. You know, a lot never became gang members.
DJ, somebody asked, why didn't you like the name change from Oaks Park to Santana when Turtle came to visit you?
Man, when Turtle came to visit me, Tanner was created when I was locked up. And I had a homeboy named Boo Boo who passed away, Bullet who passed away. And I just wasn't ready for it. All I knew and understood was Oaks Park. You know, I went to jail under Oaks Park. You know, I fought, stabbed, and did my thing under Oaks Park. So when Turtle came to visit me and said, nigga, you gotta say Tanner with the big banana, nigga, I'm like, oh man, I can respect that and I'm with y'all, but I gotta say Oaks Park. And that's what Turtle said, man. Say Tanner Oaks for me then, right? Just say Tanner Oaks. I said, okay, Tanner Oaks. And eventually, you know, I transferred over. A lot of homeboys from Oaks Park waited later to claim Tanner. And a lot of homeboys from Oaks Park stepped out the game when Tanner really took off and started running. That's one of the most notorious Crip neighborhoods in the history of Crippin. You know, and a lot of them, you know, went away as an Oaks Park boy. So I mean, it's not about
Did you know Burdock from your hood?
Yeah, I know Burdock. Burdock know me well, and I know him well.
Did he create the term Santana with the big banana?
I don't know who created. I know Turtle when he visited me when I came to the county jail the second time. I think it was 88, 89 for my appeal. He Turtle said Santana with the big banana. So I don't know who created that.
That's what I heard today.
A lot of the Tanner history I wasn't around for.
Okay.
When they first started, when they started putting the slangs, they started creating the BGs, the OBGs, the TGs, the infants. I mean, I wasn't around for a lot of that. I've learned a lot of that when I got out.
Right. I appreciate your honesty, man.
You know,
That keep your story in its proper perspective.
yeah.
But I was gonna say earlier, but I just let you talk. The most powerful thing, and somebody, Go Young DJ, left a comment about your interview was the greatest. I don't know if I give you all that, but you spoke with so much passion. You were so passionate, and we had never heard nobody talk about CCO like that before. And so um that was an amazing interview, no matter how you chop it up, get mad because you said fuck a certain group. That was a hard ass interview, Rockhead. So you really, y'all talk about me doing a good job and all that. You really raised the bar. You set the bar for them type of interviews.
But again, when I said earlier, when Brother Farouk got out, he was in the halfway house, San Francisco. He was one of the brothers they shipped from San Quentin to Tracy State Penitentiary. And he tried to do everything he can to embrace me, befriend me, or whatever. He said, I watched all your videos, Rockhead, and I'm just amazed and shocked that you're doing what you're doing with you. And that's a BGF saying that, you know what I mean? Where he stand at now or what his situation is now, I don't know. Don't care. But for that brother to say that, when Baby Rock got on the phone, the first thing he said, super Crip, super Crip. Man, you working with these kids, man, I never in the world thought you would be doing some shit like this. I mean, the truth is the truth. Farouk is out. He in San Francisco somewhere. You know what I mean? It's easy to hunt down people who did time with me. Who can vouch for everything I've said. There's a lot of truth out there. So, sometimes we get our years fucked up, our dates fucked up, but for the most part, it's always somebody who was next door to your cell. It's always somebody who's on that yard with you. You know what I mean? And I was a radical. When I spoke on CCO and I hear people talking about, I'm going to touch on a little bit right now. I heard people talk about, well, this wasn't dismantled, that wasn't dismantled. When I said dismantled at that yard in Folsom, it was. And y'all got, again, do your homework. Why was when I was in the county jail, and I mentioned this, I was in the county jail. When I got on the bus to go to the county, certain homies got off the bus to go to the county. And they said Rockhead couldn't do this by himself. And the whole yard went in melee. The guy who stepped back, fought against the guys and said, I couldn't do this by myself. And they got out. Then they took all the rank and file and those who stood by CCO still at that time. They put all of them in 4A on the 4A yard. This is a fact. When I came back from the county jail, this is a fact. March is right next to me. He knows the fact. He'll tell you. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? He tried not to speak more on that side of the lane, but Sparks is my next door neighbor.
Mm-hmm.
He was there when they sent everybody. Why they sent all the rank and file to 4A and left all them other guys on the yard? Because them other guys fought against the rank and file. These are facts, man. Did it spread like wildfire to all other prisons? I don't know. I can only speak for Folsom. Did I let everybody know in the county jail when I came down it was dismantled? Yes, I let everybody know. And those who were CCO some stepped back and some didn't. So a lot of times people take our conversation out of content and try to prove their points or to say what they want to say. But at the end of the day, man, I've always said it. CCO was the greatest thing Crips ever had. At the end, it became sour and poisonous. Mm-hmm. Real simple. The young homies came to me and didn't want it no more. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So do your homework. Why they send the rank and file to 4A? Why the yard went on a melee, everybody stabbing each other. When I was in the county jail and the OSS came and got me and sent me to high power and said the rank and file, the CCO just got moved on in Folsom. So the president called and had me locked up in 4A. Had me locked up in a high power. And not Daryl Ransom, I think it was Daryl Ransom them, or Sam, they came, convinced OSS I was no longer a part of that. They took me out of high power and put me back in 4A. That's when I met Big D.
Hey, look, Go Young DJ said nobody's interview was as captivating as Rockhead's, not even Monster Cody. and he states that's his opinion. But that was so funny when I got y'all together, and he said Rockhead became the serial nailer.
I mean, that's all.
He said you used to make so many knives.
And that's all the Monster Cody mouth.
Right.
Y'all saw me sitting next to Monster Cody. Monster Cody, y'all thought I was the shit. No, it was Rockhead. He wasn't lying. He wasn't blowing smoke up my ass. I said, oh, he got his own man. I was his own man, his own self, and his own story and his own history. He said that about me. So it's wild that people, other people want to speak on it. You know what I mean? But you got guys who was there with me, spoke highly on me. If they did, if they didn't, I'm still gonna be who I am. But that's just to show y'all a little taste. Somebody mentioned Killer Mark. That was my guy.
Killer Mark.
I was 6 months to the house laying people out in the taxi after the last ride and New Folks and B facility. Again, I was the only black, let alone Crip on the yard with 37 Mexican Mafia and New Folks and B facility before they opened up anything. When they put me on a bus, at 3 in with 37 Mexican Mafia, and I went on the yard with them and held my own. So again, you can pick little shit, but the history speaks for itself when it comes to me.
Killer Martin was the first one on YouTube to expose your Swahili name.
He said Kisu, but it's Kisu. My Swahili name was Kiswa. It means head.
Means what?
Not head.
Head.
Head. The whole thing was Uwayamba Kiswa. I might be pronouncing it wrong, but it means Rockhead. I wasn't gonna change my name. If my Swahili name wasn't Rockhead, I didn't want it. Everybody starts saying Kiswa for short.
Mm-hmm.
Rockhead was everything and all I had. And one thing about me, y'all say I was adamant about me. Well, people don't understand. I didn't care if I lived or died in jail.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't care if I lived or died. That's why I was so reckless. You know what I mean? And again, if it wasn't for reading the books, doing book reports, I've learned a lot from CCO. And I don't hate on them. I don't criticize them. It was a time, to be honest, wanted out. It was a time for change. And I initiated it. You know what I mean? I said, I dismantled CCO at that time. On that yard, that's what happened. Everybody participated. Everybody dropped back. No. So to clarify, a lot of different cults, everybody talking about it never happened, this and that. No, it happened on that yard with me. It happened. A lot of motherfuckers out here right now was on that yard and know it. It happened. When I left, there was a melee between CCO rank and file and CCO members and those who stepped back, and everybody started stabbing each other. That's a fact.
So
if you wasn't on that yard to see that fact, you can't speak on it.
Yes or no question. Was there a secret party?
Yeah, it was. Come on. Why would I make up that?
They said quit asking Rockhead questions. He already said he's going to give an exclusive interview. Let this man enjoy his life. He'll answer all those questions when the time comes.
I appreciate whoever said that.
Noriega.
I got what, 7 kids, 6 daughters, 1 son. My youngest daughter, 18. My one daughter be 24 on September 15th. My other daughter just turned 25. I got another daughter, 25. They're not twins. I got another daughter, 32. I got a son, 28, graduated from college. My daughter, 25, graduated from the Division I school, college. My younger daughter go to Cal State. My 24-year-old go to Cal State Northridge. My oldest daughter is 42, 43. I'm just saying, man.
Hey, that's a good question for you. How was Portugal?
Oh, man, France was okay. Portugal was gravy. It was beautiful. The food, everything. You know what I mean? The food, everything. So my only son didn't follow my footstep. He graduated from college on a basketball scholarship, playing right now, 28 years old. So be able to travel at this stage of my life, Oh, Mumpy. Again, that's another brother who did time with me. Another brother I went back to back with against our enemies and our foes. Another brother who loved me and I love him. You know what I mean? It's so many homies out right now who know who I am and what I was behind that wall. That's why it don't move me when you get two or three people who want to talk the way they want to talk or mention my name like they did something or like I didn't do something. So it's just brothers are out here, man. Ajax and Baby Rock is out.
Mumpy got love for you and Bitter Dog Bruno.
Oh yeah, Mumpy was a soldier. Mumpy was a killer. You know what I mean? Mumpy was a tenacious motherfucker.
Mm.
You know, we did our time together. We did a lot of time together. Mumpy was one of them guys.
So I think you 1 year behind Mumpy. I think Mumpy got you by a year.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was my big homie though. I love Mumpy, man.
I
I like seeing y'all together though, because y'all be playful and mad at the same time. Like both y'all want to joke on each other, but neither one of y'all want to take the joke.
I was at Mumpy on Taco Tuesday last week, man. I mean, that's my guy. I mean, we laugh, we talk shit. You know, Sule, Mumbles always stay in my ass, you know. Leave all that bullshit alone, rock, stay focused, enjoy your life. You know what I mean? Me and Sule was smoking cigars last night, man, Mumbles. I mean, again, man, it just so much, you know, out there. But I'm like I said, again, I'm gonna give y'all a nice exclusive. I'm gonna break some shit down and I'll mention some names, you know, ain't nobody gonna hate on who was there and know who I am, know who I was at that time. Now I'm just a father, entrepreneur with my own foundation, you know, a grandfather. I got 8 grandsons and 2 granddaughters and 1 great granddaughter. I'm just trying to enjoy life, man. That's all I care about, enjoying life and do my work in our community. My work through my youth basketball program. I go to juvenile hall and probation camps, you know, 4 days out the week, work with the youth there. And that's what I'm on, man. I'm on positive stuff. I'm on educational stuff. How can we prevent our youngsters today to follow our footsteps? Are they father's footsteps? Are they big brother's footsteps? Are they uncle's footsteps? How can we change their mindset to go from a negative to a positive?
Mm-hmm.
And that's what it's about. If it ain't about that, why are we putting people's names in our mouth? And we ain't got nothing positive to say about it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Sorry to cut you off. Last question. Do you remember meeting me Christmas Day at the cigar bar after the Steelers game 2 years ago?
What cigar bar? Who is that?
I remember you called me from Pittsburgh back-to-back weeks.
Oh, that's right. I was at the cigar bar.
Mm-hmm.
That was a young homie from Pittsburgh, right?
I don't know.
No, if he's from Pittsburgh, yes, I met him. He's supposed to be. I think he was a Pittsburgh Crip, and I told him the next time I come out there, I want to hook up with him. I want to go to his neighborhood and hook up with him and run with him. He gave me his number.
Yeah, that's
if he's
him.
Still on it, yeah, tell him to send you his number to send it to me. I'm not sure if I got the same number, but tell him I will be out there at least 3 times this year. Good brother. I was smoking a cigar. He walked up to me. Hey man, you Joe Rocchead. And I get that everywhere, airports, everywhere. You was on Kev Mac, man. You was Joe Rocchead. We just talk. And I talk to any brother who want to talk to me, man. I don't care if you Damu, Crip, non-affiliate. I'm gonna talk to you. I'm gonna try to help you. I'm gonna try to educate you. And I'm gonna listen to you because back then I didn't listen. Today, I listen to people. I listen to their opinions. I listen how they feel. I listen to they tell me right. You know, sometimes you be talking like, you know what I mean, all, you know, disrespectful to me. And then like that. And every day I go home, I go over everything I went through in my mind. If I said something wrong to somebody, I try to reach out to that person and apologize. Because I could bleed like you could bleed. I could die like you could die. But at the end of the day, we brothers and we trying to build and grow and change our community and make our community better. If it ain't about that, I don't know what people talking about.
Right. Well, I look forward to our interview, man. There is no hurry. I know it's going to be an outstanding interview. Let me see. I know it's going to be outstanding, man. All your interviews are good. One of your most slept on interviews is when you came to the Airbnb in Marina Del Rey. I thought that was a really good interview, and it was nice and clear with the TV in the back.
Yeah, that's when the homie from off in the block was there.
Yes,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I remember that.
He
I
said, "I'm
remember
not
that.
a Crip. Thought I was the basketball player."
Oh, okay, okay,
Okay.
okay. Yeah, a few people reached out to me at that bar. At the cigar lounge, one of the bigger ones is next to the stadium, still a stadium. Um, and I was smoking. I was in the cigar lounge smoking a stoogie, and him and a couple other brothers came to me as well, and we
Mhm.
spoke. So I'm glad that brother still follow you.
Hey, that's hard. That's amazing, man. And people all over America notice us when we go out in public, man. That's a trip. I
I
don't
mean, that's a
know.
plus, man. I mean, you're doing something good, you know.
Yeah, we all are. We all are. You got a good message. For a minute, a lot of the mothers wanted to really hear your message. Some didn't like the way you cuss or whatever, but I'm like, did you see that video with football player that played on the Raiders? The running
No,
back
I didn't,
played on
I didn't see
Seattle.
that. Come on,
Beast
Lynch,
mode. Beast mode.
Lynch. Yes,
Beast
I didn't see
mode.
that.
Where he told the mother it was a white woman, and she said, you cussing, and those are kids out there. And he was like, go, where's your husband? Is it a man I could talk to? And she was like, no, you're cussing, you're cussing. He like, man, that's how I get out. That's just me. You
You, you,
gotta accept it.
sometimes when you express yourself, you're adamant about what you're expressing.
Mhm.
You're not thinking about the cuss words that come out. You're expressing the way you feel at that moment. And I've always been a impressionable type of person. My mom cussed at all eight of us, four boys, four girls, every day, and still cuss at us right now, 80 years old. You know,
Yeah.
so I mean,
But
I've gotten better with my cuss words. I've gotten better.
but
But
guess,
sometimes,
guess what, Rockhead? If you don't yell at them kids and I'm coaching at the next level, I mean, if you
oh
don't
no,
cuss at them, then I'm gonna do it. So it's gonna happen
see,
anyway.
let me show you something about that. I
Yeah,
was coaching with Hassan Adams on my team. Went to Arizona, got drafted in the second round by
I
New
know
Jersey
him.
Nets,
I know him.
and everybody kept saying my curse. I was cussing every day. I was just getting into the AAU ball, and the only thing I knew was get your motherfucking ass over here, et cetera, et cetera. So one day everybody kept complaining, so I said I'm gonna stop. And 3 games I didn't cuss at. We lost by 1 point, 6 points, and 8 points, and I didn't cuss. Lou Ocean came to me, the head coach of Arizona. Came to me and said, "Man, what's the problem, son?" I said, "What you mean?" He said, "Man, you're not. I don't see that adamant. I'm not seeing you pull stuff out these kids that you normally." I said, "People complain about." Now listen to me. Do what you do to get these kids ready for the next level. At the next level, they're gonna have a surprise. They think I'm gonna be nice and kiss their ass. And university coaches every day, if they lose their jobs, they got to move their families. They got to go from one school to the other and hope to get another job.
Yeah,
And their job is not to babysit. Their job is to bring the best out them young men. I had a kid named Richard Cheney, great kid, best 3-point shooter, one of the top 5 3-point shooters I had in ICANN basketball history. And his parents, I got him a scholarship to go to Utah. His parents came to me the last year. Hey, Rod, you too aggressive. You curse too much, and we're gonna take our sons elsewhere. I said, okay. He ended up going to Utah, Coach Majerus. And after the first 2 weeks of training, he came to me, "Hey, Rod, can I talk to the kids?" And yeah, the coach literally kicked him off the team
hmm.
because he came to practice. He came to a kids camp 2 minutes late.
Hmm.
Cussed him out. Go suckle your mama tit, whatever he said. And then another time he said some shit. And most Division I school coaches, out of 340 something Division I schools, I deal with maybe 320 of them, Division I universities. Out of the 320, I deal with about 180 head coaches personally. And they all tell these kids, you can play for Rock, you can play for us. I got over 200 kids to college since 1995. 200 kids to college. Had over 9 guys over the years got drafted. Over 100 some guys playing overseas. I think I'm doing pretty fucking good to be as aggressive and a cursor as I am.
Rock, I send mine in full to OG Big Rockhead from the North Day. Hey, you
Man,
gave him love, and a lot of people don't show him love like that.
but you know what? Again, people don't want to be truthful. Late 70s, Department of Corrections, go back to my interviews, Department of Corrections, they took all the riders, all the killers from the North Daniels, and put them all in Tracy. I think it was West Hall. Every last one of the killers from the North Daniels in one unit, and they separated them from all general populations and put them together. And then as years went on, they had to release them from the shoe, from the hole they put them in. They were sending 15 to 18 in different prisons to get wiped out. And guess what? Them North Daniels didn't get wiped out. They taught me everything I knew. They drew a diagram on my wall to break down body parts. They taught me everything, how to make knives, how to keister. They taught me how to get pressure points. They taught me I got to give them love. 99 at that time was one of their top guys. 99 literally took me up on his wing and taught me and showed me how to survive behind that wall before any older homeboy did. It was 99 from North Daniel. So people don't like it. It changed over time. But if you look at that time, you had 12 to 13 prisons. 12 to 13 prisons. All of them basically in Northern California. Why are we like that? All the North Daniels and all the correction officers from the North. All the administrators from the North. Do your homework. They created the monster of the Southsiders that everybody is fearing today. The system created that behind that wall by isolating the North Daniels. That is the truth. And I stood by them in a lot of situations. I went back to back with them on different situations. Them were my friends and will always be my friends. So I don't speak on them to get approval from them. I speak on them because that was the truth about them. They were some good brothers, some great essays, and some great partners for me. And a lot of other homies.
I think we're going to always appreciate when a person or a group educates us and takes our violence up to another level, because it's a survival situation where you need to learn how to do those things that you spoke on.
Yeah. Because in the county jail at that time, they weren't preparing us and teaching us for prison. The county jail was Wild Wild West. It was another form of YTS. It was a Wild Wild West, the best of the best. Guys getting raped, guys getting taken advantage of. Someone didn't know who you was, someone didn't know your name, or you couldn't prove you was from where you was claiming. I mean, motherfuckers raping people every day. They wasn't teaching us to prepare ourselves for prison.
Damn.
Like I said, motherfuckers want to deal with stories. I got stories. And I got people that can back my stories. But again, I don't care about that. You know what I mean? It's just, at this time of my life, man, I want to continue working with the youth. I want to continue making changes in our communities, all our communities. I want to show a kid you can't go from I can't to I can. And I want to make sure that these young dudes live some good lives. I tell the young kids in juvenile hall, out of all the things I've ever done in my life, I still have a passport. I can go anywhere in the world, and enjoy life. What are we living for today in our 60s if we're not trying to enjoy life and save lives?
Rockhead, I'm out of here, man. Thanks for blessing the platform. I'm sure my viewers are glad to see you and got a lot more questions for you, but we're going to put it down in this last interview that you promised us. It's going to be amazing.
Oh, it's going to be amazing. And I appreciate all the Kev Mac maniacs. I appreciate all the questions, all the salute to me. You know, just understand, man, life is too short. Make
Yeah.
the best out of yourself. Make the best and make sure we all our parents, for real shit. Man, we got to look out for our parents, man. No matter what we took them through when we were younger, we got to look out for our parents. We have to look out for our parents. You know what I mean? Because they getting old. If we in our 60s, they in their 80s and 90s for the most part. We got to look out for them, man. Like I said, man, I send my blessings and condolences to my boy Marlon and a lot of other brothers and sisters that lost their parents and their loved ones out there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But we just got to do something different and something better. You know, these platforms not going to be education and enlightenment. And then what they here for? You're motivated making money. They continue doing the chaos you creating. Because all we're doing is creating chaos.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're really trying to utilize your platform to make a difference in a positive way, then no other man's name should come out your mouth in a negative way. No other man or woman's mouth name should come out your mouth. No matter who they are, or what they do. Because I'm gonna tell y'all something, man. I've always taught this as a young kid. Those who emphasize who's telling, they better look at themselves. Those who are emphasize telling, they better look at themselves, man. Because most guys are throwing rats on all these rat jackets and everybody. They better do their own homework about themselves. But something ain't right. That's what I'm gonna leave y'all with, man. So peace, love. Appreciate you, Kev. Appreciate you, maniacs, and keep it going.
All right, Rock. Have a good one.
Later.
That's it for Joe Rocchead, man. Always an amazing time with him. Black Water Spirit, Goldie, Skunk Dog, Anai Sims. I'm sorry, Clifford Sims. I appreciate y'all, man. I could have swore there was one more, but I don't see it. Y'all have a good one, man. Later.